Say, what's going on? You're not at the lake. Why are you not at Keuka Lake right now? Okay, well, why are you starting the video so late too? That's also weird. Okay, well, full disclosure, after we had the baby shower yesterday, honestly, considering that, you know, we had to go all the way back to Corning the next day anyway, and seeing as how that there was so much food at the baby shower that practically everybody food comed, we decided just really wasn't worth it. And the food coma thing is actually real. It's one of the reasons why, you know, I went to bed. So, you know, I only got up like about maybe an hour and a half ago. Just, you know, feeling lazy, wanted to not do anything, but, you know, I had to work out, which, you know, I did, which it was awesome. I feel pretty good about. You know, it feels good just to do a light workout, you know, just something light. I actually did a different route this morning. Instead of going to Hilltop Inn, I actually went to a place called Central Hops. It's essentially on the same street I live on, only the names change at some point. But yeah, so that was nice. Fun fact about where Central Hops is, right across the street, no kidding, there's actually a Family Video. Yeah, there's a video store. Cool, huh? Although I saw there's like a lease sign, so that may very well date this video a little bit. And I know it's a little late, but I gotta say, with the fact that I was, you know, on the late side this morning, my blinds are down right now, partly because, you know, it got really cold, but it's still really bright out. I actually kind of like the lighting it has in this room. Maybe every time I do like a Sunday video, maybe I'll do that going forward. I don't know. And hey, you know what? Back on the jersey. That means, you know, I can actually do one of these videos proper. Happy Sunday, everybody. It is football Sunday. It is awesome. Cannot wait to get all these picks started. So, let us begin, shall we? So, well, you know, let's get this one out of the way. The Miami Dolphins against my Dallas Cowboys. Now, okay, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. Even if I wasn't a Dallas fan, which perish the thought, you know, I could tell you right now that the Dolphins are going to lose. You know, they are very much tanking for Tua. In fact, with this game and another game that I'll be talking about in a minute, you know, there's a difference between a team that's not good and trying and a team that's not good and not trying. The Miami Dolphins are not even trying. They're getting rid of all their good players left and right, trying to acquire, you know, top draft picks and trades and all sorts of other stuff or whatever. You know, you see the signs of tanking for Tua or tanking for Trevor, depending on whether or not Trevor Lawrence actually wants to participate in the NFL draft a year from now. Or actually less than a year from now, because the draft would be April. But yes. So, pretty obvious. I'm picking my Dallas Cowboys to win this afternoon at 1, which should be good. And even though I don't have cable, I think I'm gonna see maybe like one of the like areas that like has a TV that like has games on is open for open to have it done. That'd be pretty cool, right? Anyway, let's see. The Cincinnati Bengals against the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, you know what? The Bengals are also tanking. Not nearly as bad as the Dolphins by any stretch of the imagination, but still pretty bad. And, you know, I'm an upstate New York native. You know, I'm surrounded by Buffalo Bills fans. So you know what? In honor of all you guys today, let's go Buffalo. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Lions and the Eagles. Now, the Lions have actually been very surprising lately. Very much so. Like, I mean, I kind of thought, granted, I thought they would actually, I didn't think the Cardinals would, tie them. I actually thought the Cardinals would win. But, they ended up beating the Chargers. And the Chargers are a legitimate Super Bowl contender this year. So, yeah. Not to mention the Eagles have a whole bunch of injuries on their roster. So, you know what? Secure that the Cowboys have first place in the division. Go Lions. I'm picking the Lions over the Eagles this afternoon. Now, earlier in this video, I just alluded to that there's a difference between not good and trying and not good and not trying. I mention this because the next game I see on the list are the Jets and the Patriots. Now, the Jets are at least trying. They just don't have very much to try with. They're just not good, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Not to mention their quarterback is out with mono still for the unforeseeable future. So, yeah, I gotta say, go Patriots. That pretty much goes without saying right there. Let's see, the Falcons and the Colts. Ooh. You know what? The Falcons bounced back from 2 weeks ago, last week. And last week, the Falcons bounced back from the week before. Meanwhile, the Colts have been kind of struggling. So, you know what? I'll pick Matt Ryan and the Falcons. So the Falcons over the Colts. There we go. That's easy. See, ooh, this is actually a surprisingly interesting matchup. The Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the Vikings ended up they lost last week to Green Bay, but they were making a comeback. And they actually showed up the Falcons in, the week 1 opener. Actually, I don't know where it took place, but yeah, in week 1. So, there's that. And the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Raiders are 2-0, are they not? Are the Oakland Raiders 2-0? I'm trying to look it up right now. Oh no, they're 1-1, same as the Vikings. Okay, so yeah, it's a tough call, but as much as I really do sort of feel for how much Oakland is struggling post Antonio Brown nonsense, I think I'm going to give this one to Minnesota. Minnesota has the edge over Oakland, so yeah, I'll pick the Vikings over the Raiders. Why not? Now, this may very well be like the afternoon game of the week right here, and that is the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, both of these teams were division winners. It just so happened to be that they never played each other, and they played each other. In fact, it was the Ravens-Chiefs game a year ago where Patrick Mahomes did his famous, look this way and then you throw that way, play that he did. It was actually funny because they're doing the NFL Top 100 to get to Patrick Mahomes, and one of the guys on the Rangers was like, yeah, I saw the play. I was there. He looked that way and he threw the other way. So, yeah, so would not be surprised if, Patrick Mahomes really wants to sort of milk it and try that again. As for my actual pick, this is actually also very difficult because this is right now both Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are both in the talks for MVP already. Yeah, it's early. It's only week 3, but anything could happen. So this really does seem like another case of the whole, sword versus shield nonsense. As in, The Kansas City Chiefs, they are the sword. They are the better offense of, the two teams. But the Ravens, especially in the secondary, they are the shield. They have the best defense in this game. And arguably the best defense in the entire National Football League. Now, a year ago, I actually made a similar prediction when the Ravens had that distinction of, again, being the shield, and it was actually against the Saints. Now, in that game a year ago, I mentioned that I predicted that the Saints would win only because when it comes to going up against really good defenses, Drew Brees is a veritable master of the craft. And this was before we knew Patrick Mahomes to be the Patrick Mahomes we know now. So you know what? If Patrick Mahomes wants to win MVP, this would be the game to prove he deserves to win it for the second year in a row. So you know what? In honor of a member of the 16 of the right, I'm going to be picking the Chiefs. See, this particular member of the 16 of the right, who's one of my coaches, he's a Chiefs fan, so I'm picking the Chiefs. So I'm picking the Chiefs over the Ravens. There we go. Let's see. Von Miller and the Broncos versus Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Yeah, this is another sword versus shield, but not nearly as difficult to decipher. So, yeah, I'll pick the Packers over the Broncos. I mean, well, that's tough. Packers or the Broncos? That is technically a Super Bowl rematch in some ways. I mean, both Aaron Rodgers and Von Miller are Super Bowl MVPs. Man, this is surprisingly more complicated than I thought it would be. You know what? Since the Packers went up against two really great defenses in a row in terms of Chicago and Minnesota, I'm pretty sure the Packers are going to take care of the Broncos just fine. So, you know what? I'll pick the Packers over the Broncos. I think it's a safe bet. Now, the Panthers and the Cardinals. Cam Newton may be hurt. You know what? I think I'll pick the Cardinals over the Panthers. I will. I'll do the Cardinals over the Panthers. That seems like a pretty good pick. It'll be one of the 4:00 games, so it'll be happening while I'm at my baby cousin Hudson's birthday party. It's gonna be really sweet. Maybe the TV's gonna be on. Who knows? Okay, so the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is definitely an interesting one. I really want to feel for the Giants. I really do. But honestly, Tampa Bay's been showing up to be a lot better than people are giving them credit for. So, and considering that the Giants are starting Daniel Jones this week, sorry, Eli fans. I'm actually a little sad, too, because my grandmother on my father's side thinks I look like Eli Manning. I don't really believe it, but I do love my grandma, so I have no choice but to listen to her. I don't know why I'm even fretting about that. I love my grandma, so why do I care? Not that I care, but Eli is sort of a decent-looking guy. Why not? Yeah, why not? Maybe that should be like, it is cuffing season. If I am looking for, someone to spend time with, maybe I should go with that. My grandma says I look like Eli Manning. Hopefully they'll bite. I don't know. Where was I? Yeah, I'll pick the Buccaneers over the Giants. Saints and Seahawks. Ooh. Even though, the Seahawks are at home. Yeah, you know what? I'll pick the Seahawks over the Saints. The Saints' defense may be great, but without Drew Brees, they're somewhat of a shell of their former selves. So, yeah, I'll pick the Seahawks. Now, the Texans and the Chargers, both teams have been struggling pretty decently in terms of the fact they're both 1-1. And even though both of them lost games they probably could have won and probably should have won, you know what? Here's the thing. The Chargers have actually been growing on me lately. That's the thing. However, you know, Deshaun Watson is really coming up in his own. And I think the Chargers are slowly beginning to deteriorate into the team that I used to know them for. So, you know what? I think I'll pick the, You know what? Scratch that. I'll pick the Chargers. I think that if the Chargers have any aspirations of going to, you know, the Super Bowl or the playoffs, they gotta beat good teams like the Texans. So you know what? I'll pick the Chargers. Why not? Let's see. Actually, scratch that. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I thought the Chargers were 1-1. Right. Now, just 2 more games. Let's see, the Steelers and the 49ers. Yeah, you know, I'll pick the 49ers over the Steelers. Without Ben Roethlisberger, the 49ers should win that one easily. And now, finally, tonight's game, the Rams and the Browns. You know what? Ordinarily, I probably would side with the Browns as they are the underdog. And, you know, they're starting to get momentum again after getting a win last week. But they're going up against the Rams. And considering that the Browns have had numerous penalties in both of their last 2 games for an exuberant number of yards, I'm picking the Rams. Yeah, the Rams. So, yeah. So, as of right now, my picks are, go Cowboys! Let's go Buffalo! The Lions, the Patriots, the Falcons, the Vikings, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, the Seahawks, the Chargers, the 49ers, and the Rams. So those are my picks. Hope you agree to disagree, whatever, and we'll see how right I was in the coming hours. So like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube. I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Get ready to watch some football. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices.